Welcome back, everybody. This is Lars, and today I want to talk about something a bit more positive because, well, the last episode was kind of silly, but the last episode of Lars Talks was actually quite serious, and I kind of felt that even though I tried to end it on something constructive, it was still kind of a downer. So, and it doesn't have to be like that every time, you know. I should be able to actually keep you guys maybe not always entertained, but I want to give you guys a bit of a perspective, and this is something I think about whenever I'm down to just kind of pull myself out of it, because first of all, you have to think that we are like 7 billion people in this world, all with their own different problems. It doesn't make mine, yours, anybody's problem smaller, but it's still a context you have to consider when you think about your problems. Uh, of course, some problems are unsolvable, and some are. So if your problem is solvable, start working on a solution. That's it might suck. It might really suck. I am myself the master of just procrastinating, just thinking that I could probably do this tomorrow. Um, but as part of because I've been sick for a while. I've been away from work for quite a while. Of course, thank God we have a really, really good sick pay system in Norway that actually allows me to get well before I have to go back. And I'm working on that. But one of the things I actually started doing when I got sick, well, the first couple of weeks I was just way out there. But after a while, I kind of understood that the first step is starting to organize my life, and not just organize, but so like even though I didn't feel like I was going to be able to work for 8 hours a day, or even 4 hours a day for quite a while, I set myself a couple of goals, and the first one was actually uh, do one practical thing every day, like something like around the house, because I'm sitting on my ass around there anyway. I might as well just vacuum or cut the grass, or if there's snow outside, just shovel some snow, maybe just clean up the kitchen, clean up my office here, just do something like that. Maybe I prefer trying to do like two or three, but I set my goal at to like one thing. As long as I do one thing, I'm allowed to feel good about that. And that is a problem. A lot of people who get depressed or get anxiety issues and other things, they end up in a cycle where they stop doing things. And I touched on this briefly in the other video, that when you stop doing the things that make your life go around, all those practical, all big or small things, when you stop doing those, you start getting a bad like conscience. Uh, yeah, you start feeling guilty. Is probably a better way of saying it anyway. You start feeling guilty of the way you are living your life, which is making you sicker, which is making it harder for you to get back on track. Which, of course, the longer you stay sick, the longer you are going to um, just keep living without being able to kind of take your life back. And the longer you stay like that, it's gonna be harder. Um, for me, it's basically every time I've crashed, it's taken longer to get back, and but this time, even though it's taken a while, I still don't feel as bad as I used like I did the last couple of times, because the last couple of times I ended up playing games until 3 4 a.m. and sleeping all day and not getting anything done, and just basically letting my life slide to a point where I did not feel in control of my life. And this is just important. last couple of weeks or this summer really, I've not been as good at just keeping my schedule and doing all that stuff as I've used to be. But I'm starting back up on Monday with like a proper schedule for my life, and it's gonna be good. I know that it's going to be good for me, for my mental and physical health actually, because good night's sleep is one of the most important things you can actually get for your health. Less than 6 hours is actually potentially dangerous for your health, and I'm usually down to 4 hours, 4 to 5 hours a night, which isn't good. Yeah, but so back to the more uplifting part and the perspective of it all, because there's just something. There are some thoughts you can actually put through your head when you feel really really down, and the whole goal of the thing is to escaping from a mind that's pulling you back in with bad thoughts, and you are also pulling yourself into that cycle of bad thoughts. It probably not something you do on purpose. I know I don't, but when I first start getting into those cycles, of course, it's hard to pull back out. So what I try to do, and this actually helps. I think Carl Sagan actually said it very well, that everything in our solar system and our universe as a whole, all the basic elements, all that stuff, it is the stuff we're made from is fused inside a star, and the Earth, everything here is actually the remnants of the star that was before our sun. So our sun is basically a remnant of a bigger, older star that went supernova, or at least nova. I think that's the term. Yeah, probably. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Then you could like think about it, and this is how Carl Sagan said it, and I do like this thought, that we are made of star stuff. We are made of stuff that's forged in a star, and we are all made of that. No matter what or how unique our composition is, the material, the building blocks, it's the same. We are all the same in a way, even though we are slightly different. We're more the same than we are different. And there are some of us who are basically configured in a way that is detrimental to the configuration as a whole, but it is more of a challenge than an impossibility, because as long as you remember the fact that you are part of it all, you are an equal part of everything, as is anybody else and everything else, and it kind of starts making sense that we all have to be a bit different, and some are different in a beneficial way, some are different in maybe a not so beneficial way. But even if you have troubles keeping your mind contained at times, you have troubles keeping your spirit high, you have other qualities that make you gifted. There's always something. There's something you are good at that most people aren't. And remember that when you think about your brain not being good at maybe dealing with emotions, dealing with stress, dealing with itself, really. There are other things your brain can do for you that is quite beautiful. Yeah. So I'm actually going to end the video here because I'm going outside to mow the lawn, and that is my one thing for the day. And I hope you can leave a comment and tell me what your thing for the day is. What is your contribution to maybe your household, maybe yourself, really, because a practical thing might be something you feel you need to get done, even though it doesn't really affect anybody else. Might be cleaning out something, or just if you have, something you feel not guilty about, but you feel like you should have done it by now. Maybe this is the day, and maybe that is the way to really get a good weekend. So yeah. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys next time.